Hello, my name is Tiffany Henderson. Today I will be doing a speech on women in combat. Initially, I had chose to do a speech on women in military career progression, but as I started doing more digging, I decided that I wanted to touch on women in combat. So today I'm going to start with the just giving you a background on as far as the roles that women have played and the time frame that women have played in the military. So in 1975 through 1917, women served as cooks, nurses, and they also did admin. Came 1917 to 1918, women were officially allowed to join in the military, which was the last year of the Civil War movement. Around 33,000 women joined as nurses and support staff once they were allowed to officially join the military. In 1941 through 1945, during World War II, 400,000 women served at home and overseas in non-combat roles, though. In 1948, the Armed Immigration was passed by the Congress, entitling veterans to be entitled to their veteran benefits. That was a big time from when they were first allowed to join till then. That they were allowed to get their benefits once they got out of the military. So once the males got out of the military, they were allowed to get veteran benefits because during your time in service, and I'm speaking for me personally because I served for 6 years in the Army, just the simple training is wear and tear on your body. It's nothing that an average person does on an everyday basis. So it can wear and tear your body. So to think that women weren't compensated for that wear and tear, um, even though they did not serve in the same career roles as the men, um, that was pretty unfair because, like I said, any kind of training in the tedious days and nights that a soldier does can be wear and tear on your body physically and mentally. So that was a great little time frame. That was a wide time frame from where they were not compensated or allowed to even be seen by the doctors once they got out due to injuries or mental health issues they um, obtained while they served. Um, but in 1976, women were allowed to attend the military colleges. There's a few, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I know for sure there's one in Colorado because I was stationed out there. Um, oh man, I can't think of the name of the schools. And there's a couple of few other ones, but they're allowed to go to military college um, in 1976. Okay, so in 1993, women were allowed to serve on combat ships and also allowed to fly the fighter flights, um, which was a big thing because it wasn't. I mean, even to this day, just in civilians on the civilian side, there's not that many female pilots. So that was a big opportunity, and a big break in the military in 1993. In 2013, the Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta, um, uh, uh, made a proposition that all positions will now be open to female soldiers, including combat, by 2016. And he made that proposition, or he made that announcement in 2013. So came 2016, women were now allowed to serve in combat roles. Um, Me personally, I could just to give a little my opinion, I guess you can say. For me personally, serving, a lot of times women are not seen equal in the military. So um, to say that he was going to allow us to start serving in combat roles, I could already foresee that that was going to be a big issue because just with the roles that we're allowed to serve prior to 2016, which for me I was a generator mechanic, I got a lot of um, slack, like about me being a mechanic and being a female. And I was like, I'm able to perform my job just as equally as you are. It's mechanical work. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, maybe I'm not able to lift the heavier parts of the vehicles. Um, but I mean, you probably can't. I mean, most men can't lift everything on the vehicle, at least on their own, neither. It's a teamwork. Sometimes we need a 3-point stance, which is supposed to do anyway, just for safety reasons. So I can already tell. Well, me personally, because I was still in at that time, I knew it was going to be, um, it's going to be an issue once he allowed women to start doing combat, because we're still not seen equal till this day in the military, and we do the same things they do. Yes, our body frames are a little bit smaller, and we're a little bit less, we have less strength in the upper body area, but we're still capable of doing anything that a male soldier is able to do. And we also made that choice to join, um, knowing what we were going to get ourselves into. So I don't see why we should be limited to certain jobs or be thought of any differently simply because of the fact that, we're women. And I think that society, just in general, society, gender roles play a big role or a big part in that, um, reasoning. Okay, but anyway, so let me move on. So, the Secretary of Defense also stated that he wanted to move as many barriers possible, and this is in quotes. He wanted to move as many barriers as possible for talented and qualified people so we could serve the country in uniform, which is, I know, uniform is a big thing in the military. Like, everybody has to be alike. Everybody has to be uniformed. Everything has to be uniformed. It's just the organization is how we keep everything moving and rolling. So that was a big thing, itself. Um, and then with that, with him making that statement and about women being able to serve in combat roles, this also allowed women to now serve, our variety of positions open, which also allowed for us to be able to promote, um, higher, because there wasn't that many. Well, there I don't, not that I know of. I might be mistaken, but there I've never heard of any, like, female generals, like 4-star generals and stuff like that, until really just recently. So, my opinion, I feel like that the fact that we were now allowed to serve in combat roles also opened up the door for us to promote, um, faster and higher than what we typically would retire as, a woman would retire as. Because now we have, I think, I want to, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say we have two 4-star generals. I know one's in the Air Force, and I think another one, I don't know if she's a 4-star general, but there's one in the military. I mean, the Army too. There's a general, and that's a big thing. And right now they're working alongside with Biden, actually, currently. Um, so that was my informative speech on women in combat roles in the military. My sources were, www.cnas.org. Also, I used, www.militaryfamily.org. Thank you.